Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the MvFF Swansea visual and audio roundup. I hope you like the look of the new style we're going for. A massive, massive shout out and thank you to our head of media, Season 3 clubman and just overall league legend, Daniel Hunt, who has set this up. Utterly and completely evolved the way that we bring your post-session data to you each week. This is the trial version, a bit of a pilot just to see how it goes down, how it's digested and taken on board by you guys. It's certainly be a damn sight easier my end to produce this and capture everything. It's massively reduced the workload and somehow also made how it's presented 10 times better than it was originally. Thank you, Dan. Let's get cracking into it then, boys. So week 2, our best attendance bonus goal shared between 3 teams, purple, greens and blacks, getting 10 out of 11 of their guys there. I'm sure there's a fancy way to sort of gradient colour the boxes so it's multi-coloured, but I will work that out. I will ask our learned friend. Huge shout out to the captains for getting 10 out of 11 boys to come down. Attendance is fantastic. Attendance across the league, you look at 72 out of 90, 80% of boys coming down. Fantastic, but well done those 3 teams in particular. Team loss bonus goal. Couple of teams lost big this week, but Orange 13.7 kilos were uncontested. Brilliant weight loss all around from them, including the biggest loser of the week in Kev Coulson, belonging to the Oranges. Fantastic. Team tracker, Orange and Green, 10 out of 11 their guys tracked, really on it. What was noticeable across the league, but in particular with these 2 teams, was the guys who didn't attend were still digitally sharing and sending their tracking to Shahi, Howell or myself, proving how much it goes towards their team's overall contribution. The guys who weren't even there have helped their team secure a bonus goal. The Royal Rumble bonus goal, quite a lot of eliminations this week, but Orange and Red still have 10 out of 11 of their guys left standing in the ring. So fantastic from them. Season 4 percentage leader, Aaron Day. 4.23% of his body weight shifted. You can see the pitch and the scales goals there. A week of quite a lot of goals scored on the pitch, but still way more scored on the scales, and a couple of results that were turned around as well. We move on to weekly team loss. You can see there Orange is doing really well. Reds, great week. Whites, great week. Blues, great week as well. Fastest two to purples, fantastic week. We lost 40 kilos as a club this week, chaps. 68.4 kilos lost in 2 weeks. You put that into context of we've averaged around about 250 kilos shifted per season since our inception. 14 weeks, 250 kilo. 2 weeks, we've lost almost 70. Fantastic showing this season. You can definitely tell that we've made the step up to 8 teams and we've got an extra 20 guys on board. The numbers we're seeing are huge. Top 5 biggest losers, as previously mentioned, shout out to Kev, but Manning with a huge loss, Russ, Dylan, Shahi, all with supreme losses on there. Narrowly missing out in 6th was Chris Shaw with 2.7 kilos shifted. Fantastic, well done to all of you guys. Mr. 10%, Carol Phillips, absolute pleasure to see you hit that this week, mate. You've been on a heck of a journey. You've learnt the ups and downs of weight loss and the little things that come along that knock you off course, but you get right back on it. You're a pleasure to have in the league. You're a true gent. And I know you're an absolute boon and a bonus to the team that you're on. Well done to you. 10% of your body weight shifted. Fantastic. We move on to the results. So, first game of the night, thin it to win it. Marco Banfastin. Thank you to Carl Mayo for stepping in for the Reds and helping them out when they were down a man and then requiring a borrow. I know the pitch score was not, does not reflect a 9-0 scoreline. It was quite close. I believe it was something like 5-2 towards the final third, and then it's just the legs of the Reds not having any subs went. Whites were able to just sort of rotate and keep themselves fitter, and it told in the end. But Whites also took the scales result. Both teams were brilliant on the tracking. Reds get the bonus goal because they've still got quite a lot of their guys left in the rumble. Scranra, Frying Dutchman, Oranges run out winners in there. Oranges were better on the pitch and the scales. Fantastic with the tracking. The Oranges picked up 3 bonus goals this week. Really narrow result between the Vinda Blues and the Sporting Birga. Blues pick up the win again. I think that's 2 out of 2 for them now, putting them joint top of the table with the Oranges. Quite even on the pitch, very even on the scales. Blues picked up 1 extra tracking goal, and then the closest result of the night, and probably the one that is the biggest advert for Man versus Fat. Greens versus Purples. Greens won on the pitch. Purples turned it round and won overall because of the scales. Greens actually picked up more bonus goals, and they had the same amount of tracking. It all came down to More scales goals for the Purples turned the result around, and they won when they lost on the pitch. Fantastic. You can see the team of the week there. Well done to all those boys. A lot of those are the guys who lost the most weight, but some of them are guys that have done things like coming back from the break for the first week and losing, or they've been on holiday, or they've been away for a while and they come back and they've lost. These guys are the ones that have been nominated by their teams as the person that stood out on the scales. The team of the week is always the scales champion. It's got nothing to do with the pitch. So every week the captains ask amongst their teams who's been the best player in our unit on the scales, and these are the guys who make the team of the week. So these are effectively the sort of 8 best scales performers this week for us. And then we move on to the Rumble, chaps. So, great week for the Rumble. We lost 21 guys. 21 guys were thrown over the top rope. We begun with 90, and then the big red machine, Kane's, come down and has cleaned house and knocked 21 of you over the top rope. Every single one of you that has been eliminated this week now activates your second life. You can come straight back into the Rumble next week as long as you lose. It doesn't have to be anything huge. It can be 0.1, 100 grams. As long as you lose, you will activate your second life and you'll be you'll be re-entered back into the Rumble. It's a bit of fun. It's not meant as a be-all and end-all for anyone who's experiencing our league for the very first time, very first season. This is something that we've brought in. It's not part of what MvFF provide. It's got nothing to do with what you actually do and achieve each Tuesday. It's something extra, a bit of fun, and it might hopefully along the line teach some guys about being a bit more consistent or learning how powerful it can be in your long-term journey to get straight back on the horse after a week where you've had a not so great time, and not let it spill into 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks in a row of gaining, to just nip it in the bud at 1 week and get straight back into it the next week. We've got 69 guys left out of 90. I'm sure that's going to be whittled down week on week, and we'll see how many we've got left come the end of the season. That's it, chaps. I'm not going to keep rambling in these anymore. This, again, thank you to Dan. This is such a supreme and concise, clear, punchy way of delivering the data. Hope you all enjoy it. And yeah, have great weeks, chaps. Keep reaching out to your teams. Keep sharing the good stuff, but more importantly, the bad stuff. When you're having a little bit of a wobble, or you've given into temptation, or you've had a day where you've gone quite high over your calorie goal, reach out to your team, share it, because I guarantee you there'll be other guys in your team who are having exactly the same sort of week as you and also need the support. Keep talking, and yeah, we'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you, chaps.